Okay boys, what is going on? So Wildcard just put out a brand new update for Ark, and this update is a major update, changes the entire playing field. It's actually crazy, all the things that they did, all the changes that they made, and a lot of them are for the best. Like, I mean, these are changes that we've been wanting for a while, and Wildcard actually came through this time, so a huge shout out to them. I mean, look, I always dig at them and get at them when they fail us, because they fail us all the time and they always fail to prevent meshing and do all that stuff. But look, they came through this time, so we got to give them their credit where the credit is due and give them a huge thank you for doing this finally. It took them forever, but we have so many new changes that we wanted. One of the biggest is being that you can actually modify the stacking size of each individual resource on your server. That means that consoles now officially have the stacking mod, which is insane. Oh my gosh, this is one of the biggest things that people have been requesting on console for so long, and I'm so happy for it. Anyway, let's start with the top of the patch notes and we'll go all the way down to the bottom, and I'll show you guys some of the cool new features in game as well. So the Managarmr has been nerfed and just changed around a lot because so many people have been complaining about how overpowered it was. Basically, the ice breath damage now scaled by distance to the target, so if you're further away it'll do less damage, if you're closer it should do more. Improvements to situations where Managarmrs float away. If you guys went through the snow, you would see tons of Managarmrs stuck in the air. You knock them out, you tame them, then they would just start to float away. That was so annoying, and that happened to me so many times. Whistle follow or whistle stop will order the Managarmr to stop their active ability and return to the ground, which is very nice because now you can just whistle your Managarmr directly out of the sky and it'll stop right away by just even whistling follow or stop, so both are pretty good. Reduced ice breath's freeze amount. I believe that this actually means that it requires you to basically lock onto a target for longer to actually freeze them and hit longer shots. And then they also increase time between freeze debuffs. I'm not exactly sure what the time is. I'm not sure why they didn't specify the time, but now there is a much, I guess, little bit of a longer cooldown. I'm not sure, they didn't specify that. And they also fixed a bunch of exploits. So one of the exploits being for rafts. I'm not exactly sure which exploit for rafts this was. It could have been tons of different ones. They also fixed the one for tech gloves where you could swap between gauntlets and then go around flying all over the map. That was a heavy mess glitch right there. They fixed an exploit related to owls and babies. Basically, you would be able to allow babies to not even ever eat and grow all the way to adult. This is a very popular glitch and so many people have been abusing it. Fix an exploit related to the owl. This is most likely where you could go through the mesh while eating a narcotic. That was very overpowered and allowed you to mesh from anywhere on the map. Fix an exploit relating to the Desert Titan Lightning. And I'm not sure what this exploit was. Maybe if any of you guys know, leave in the comment section down below. Now the next thing they did is they made defenders harvestable, and they basically made it the same as enforcers, the normal resources that you get from them. They also did the same thing with the tech parasaur, so when you kill a tech parasaur or a tech stego or tech raptor, tech rex, any of the tech dinos, they will now drop off electronics, which is very good and it's very nice and very useful. But the only problem is I don't think they actually made it work for the defenders, because I'll show you guys right now. When you go to a defender and kill them and then try to harvest them, they still don't drop anything and they pretty much disappear right away. Actually, there's 4 defense units right here I can try to test this on. As you can clearly see, that one just teleported right away as soon as I killed it. I'll go ahead and try to even do it. Let's even use a pickaxe and see how it goes. So even with a pickaxe, they still just disappear right away. So I'm not sure if this was an accidental mistake on their end or something, or if I'm just, you know, not looking at the right defenders, but I'm pretty sure I am. So I think this might be bugged out a little bit. They also improved a little bit of stuff with the Extinction map. They also did a little bit of improvements with Ice Titans to make stuff more targetable and leapable on. They also passed the Desert Titan a little bit because, you know, of how overpowered it was. So basically they fixed the Desert Titan freezing / refusing to move during the boss fight. Basically the boss fight just got a little bit harder. They also fixed when it would fly outside of the world bounds. Thank you for finally fixing this wildcard. This has been a much needed update for so long. And untamed desert titan ground target lightning attack will now be a variable delay, meaning it'll take a little bit longer to actually target people with the lightning, meaning that it'll tame a little bit slower because it won't target people as quickly. And then it also removes the burning debuff that the lightning field puts on an enemy, so when you drop down a lightning it would actually burn them as well. They removed that from that because I guess they thought it was too overpowered. Now Titans, a lot of you guys are going to be very happy about this. They actually reduced all of the damage that they do to the structures from melee attacks. They didn't completely nerf it and make it, you know, impossible to destroy somebody's base, but they did nerf it so that it is at least a little bit harder. Now mating, they just made a huge advancement in mating, and basically you guys can actually go to your dinos, go to behavior, and enable mating. You don't even have to enable wandering anymore. You can have them right next to each other and you can just enable mating and they won't even move. Honestly, Wildcard, thank you so much. This is one of the best things that you guys have ever done, and it is so nice. The next thing that they did is they actually made the chat box appear in the bottom left. As you guys can see, chat box is now in the bottom left. So for the inventory, they did another very dope thing. They actually made bullet stacking and arrow stacking 100 to a normal stack. Before it used to be 50, but now they've doubled that and now it's 100, which is very nice and a lot more convenient. Another thing that they did is they actually reduced the auto and heavy turret inventory size by 40%, so now the heavy turrets can hold up to 58 slots of ammo. And a normal turret can now hold up to 14 slots of ammo, which is so small, but they can actually hold more ammo due to the bullet sizes or the bullet stacking for double now, which is very nice. I'm not sure exactly why they did this. I think that they did this mostly to deal with lag, because they always say how turrets kind of affect and make the servers lag more. It also was probably a balance effect as well to sort of balance it out so people's turrets weren't super duper capped. They also fixed stuff with the tribes. So they said that they finished increasing tribe group rank limit from 5 to 10. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I believe this might have been that you can only have 5 ranks and not actually 10. And then a player cannot accept alliance invites unless they are an admin. I mean, Wildcard, why was this not in the game at the exact time that you put this in? Did they think it was a good idea allowing any member in the tribe to actually accept alliances? That's kind of crazy. And then finally, alliance invites and new tribes added or removed from alliances is now logged in the tribes, which that is nice. It's just always nice to have it logged in the tribes so that you guys know who did it or if it was actually done or when it was done and stuff like that. Now, they made humongous changes to Cryopod, guys. I mean, these changes are absolutely insane. So one of the first biggest and best changes is that if you go into your inventory and look at a cryopod dino, it now displays the stats. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Thank you so much, Wildcard. It's just awesome. I wish it would kind of say if it did have a saddle on it and it would also show the gender. That would be very nice, but I'll take this for now. So thank you so much, Wildcard. This is a great addition. Okay, so another thing is that you guys see how this is actually on an 11-hour cooldown. Before, when you used to cryopod a dino, it would actually reset the interval for mating, and it would either make it higher or lower depending on, you know, just the randomness. But now when we throw it back out, it actually is still going while it's still in the cryopod. So like the ready to mate interval was actually going down while it was still in the cryopod, and we throw it out and it's still going down. Now I believe that the only way for this to, you know, kind of reset the interval is if you transfer to another server, then it'll actually reset the mating timer. So baby aging is paused while in the cryopod. I thought it was always paused. Baby imprinting is paused while in the cryopod, which is an amazing thing because let's go ahead and throw this baby out. Unfortunately, I'm so dumb. So as you guys can see, we have the baby chart here, and it wants carrying about 9 minutes and say 13 seconds? 12 seconds. All right, so 12 seconds, and then you know what? Let's just wait a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw it back out. And then as you guys can see, the imprint timer didn't move at all. Now this is really good for people who want to completely max out their imprinting. This means that you don't like have to wake up at 8 in the morning anymore, and it is so so nice. This is literally something that everybody wanted for such a long time, and it just made raising dinos and getting the best possible stats on them so much easier. I mean, we're all super happy about this, right? Like, how happy are you guys right now? It must be so insane. Like, realizing this and seeing this, it blows my mind that wildcard is actually doing something that we want for once. I'm not used to this, and it is so awesome. So the next thing is that baby gestation is aborted when entering a cryopod. I believe that it means that the hunger won't go down anymore when it's inside of the cryopod. Then air conditioners reduce the air conditioning SFX radius, so basically these air conditioners won't be so loud from so far away anymore. Plant Ys no longer affect Quetzals and Carquinos, just a little bit of a nerf on the Plant Y. Plant Z stun cooldown increased versus dinos 5 seconds to 7.5 seconds. So basically after you stun a dino once with the Plant Z, you have to wait another 7.5 seconds before stunning them again, rather than waiting only 5 seconds. You know how when Megalanias are awake during the daytime and their torpor starts to increase? They actually have the value that it increases, so now they stay awake a lot longer, or really double what they used to. Now bolas, this is a very nice nerf. It's not very helpful, but it is something, you know, kind of okay. I'll play a clip right now what happens for this bola nerf, and basically all I've really seen is that when you get bola'd and you stay on the ground and then you start trying to punch, it actually seems like it removes a second or two from the timer every single time you punch. It's nothing crazy at all. I mean, it really doesn't help that much, but I guess it's something, unless I'm doing this wrong. If you guys know any more information about it that I don't, then please leave in the comment section down below. But I believe that the bola nerf works where basically if you are bola'd and you are prone on the ground and you start punching, you kind of wiggle yourself out of it by like a second less every single time. It really doesn't reduce the cooldown by that much. I mean, you might be able to get a max of like 5 to 10 seconds, but it's nothing crazy. And then the final thing is that they added the stacking size multiplier, and where you could actually individually increase the stacking size of any single item in the game which this will allow all server hosting people such as Xbox with Nitrado and literally everybody who hosts a server to change the amount of stacking size per item without needing a mod. So yes, Xbox and PS4 now have officially received the stacking mod, and it is amazing. I'm so happy. I can't wait to put this on my server, and it is going to be so insane. I'm so happy for this. They also optimized some mesh memory stuff and particle memory optimizations for the Dino leash as well. Probably nothing important or nothing really that noticeable, but guys, this has been far probably one of the best updates Wildcard has put out in such a long time. Thank you so much, Wildcard, for finally caring about the community, making changes that we all wanted, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys finally listened to us, which is very dope. Anyway, boys, if you guys are very excited and very happy with this patch, make sure you guys leave a like down below. If you guys are new around here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. What is your favorite thing from this update? Do you guys really like the cryopod changes? Do you guys like the bullet changes? Do you guys like the stacking changes? Or what do you guys really like? Tell me in the comment section down below. Anyway, dudes, I hope that you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.